Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and this is Happy Ghost Reacts. Today I will be reacting to Season 4, Episode 3 of Attack on Titan, The Door of Hope. Last episode, Midnight Train, we learned quite a lot. It was very much so an informational episode. To start, we learned Zeke wants to head back to Paradise Island in search of getting the Titan powers back from Eren, as well as, if I remember correctly, it was also to get Annie back as well. Then we learned during that conversation that Zeke only has one more year before he has to pass on his Beast Titan power to Colt. Colt makes a comment about him not having royal blood, which makes sense because, as we learned, if Dina Fritz was outed as royal blood, she would have just been Marley's baby maker, or whomever's baby maker. Exactly. I don't know who she would wind up getting, I guess, tortured by. But I'm assuming this is the same reason Zeke does not say anything, because, to be honest, as a male, it would be a lot easier for him to make a lot more royal blood babies than it would be for Dina Fritz to have, because yeah, I'm sure that you guys can figure out what I mean by that. But then after that, all of the Marleyans have the come on have the why am I blanking? The Eldians, Jesus. They all get to go back home to I'm gonna pronounce it the way I'm gonna pronounce it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it's pronounced Liberio or Liberio. Where we get to see Zeke's grandparents, who he moved in with after turning in his dad and Dina. And then we get to see Reiner's family. In this, we learn that actually Gabby is actually a relative of Reiner. And then we just get a glimpse of everybody's family. Along the way, I will say though, because this show really likes to slide in things that you might just view as a kind of lesser important scene, I think that Eldian who had the armband on the wrong arm is not who he says he is. I'm not entirely sure. This is just my hunch. It's just one of those things where it's like, as an Eldian, you're kind of trained to know exactly what you need to do. Otherwise, if you don't, you're punished with, like, by physical means most of the time, or your life is in danger, because Marleyans don't care about Eldians whatsoever. They think that they're the spawn of the devil. Along the way, we got to see Galliard in his human form and Pike in her human form, and she can be in her Titan form for a super long period of time. She said she was in there for 2 months. Then there was this like 2-second shot during the middle of the night where I'm presume it was just a random soldier, nobody insignificant, that committed suicide by jumping off the roof. They didn't show him or her. I guess it could go either way. I can't remember the silhouette that it showed. And then in the final scene of Midnight Train, actually before that, I want to say Reiner makes it very clear he wants Falco to be the successor of the Armored Titan. I want to make sure that I said that, because during his conversation with him on the train, he made it very clear that he does not want Gabby to get it. But when confronted by his family about it, he, I'm assuming, just lies to say what they want to hear about, yeah, she's totally gonna get it. And from the perspective of like grades and all that stuff that they're being tested on, I'm sure that she does look like the candidate that's going to get it. But anyways, the final scene of the episode was all of Marley's Titans in one room, which is the first time we've ever seen Galliard, Pike, Reiner, Zeke. So there's four Titan holders in one room discussing their plan, and their plan is to get a family involved that owns the Warhammer Titan, they are the possessor of the person who has it, and they've just kind of stayed to themselves. I forget the family's name. I will probably put it over my face so that I have that on there. But yeah, enough of my blabbering, because I know that I love talking about Attack on Titan, and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything, because I know that people care about when people are really paying attention to details, and I want to pride myself in the fact that I'm paying attention. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 3.
そうだ。あの頃俺はマーレ人になるために戦士を目指してたんだ。
Ooh, flashback. Ah, they use that as they use false hope that they're gonna become. Oh no, I was right. That was a flashback. Okay, but they use it as false hope that they were gonna become a Marleyan if they. Yeah, they're lying. Oh, this is everybody. Berthold, Pike, Annie on the right. That is. One of those are Galliard. I forget what color hair. And the other one's the one that was eaten by Ymir. And I think that is Zeke. Oh, Porco. That's the guy who was eaten by Ymir. Ah, this is how Berthold and him became friends. Or maybe they were already friends. And he had a goal. This is, I'm assuming, at the same exact time. Oh, this is them. This is how they train their Titans. I'm so glad we get to see Annie again. It's been 2 damn seasons. And so he did that. Yeah, so this was the one that went with them at first. He's been thrown since the start. Oh, so they kind of already know that his blood has something going on. Oh boy. A lot of people probably died when he was learning how to use this power. Hoover. Berthold Hoover. This is what he was talking about last episode. How he should have got it. This is not a good idea. Oh man. So this is them heading over to Paradise, starting the events of Season 1.
君に印象操作したんだ。は？俺は弟を守りたかった。すまない。ライナー、すまない。
You felt that guilty about it? I mean, I suppose. Yeah! This is literally the scene right before. This is Yumi. Oh my gosh. As we learned, Ymir just fell asleep. Didn't move. That's why she's there. This is all just bad timing. Oh. Oh. She is. Might as well just kill them. This is so intense. They were they were given such an impossible task for a bunch of kids to try and take care of. This is where the beginning of episode 1 started. Oh, we get to see it from the other perspective. This is so cool. So this is what he was thinking in this moment. Man, this really puts a whole change of perspective on stuff. At the end of the day, you're just kids. So they infiltrated. They were in there at the same time. They just blend in because they're just a bunch of kids. She was trying to get information on the Ackermans. But he was even thinking like this not long ago.
死んじまうぞ。くそ。ライナー、どうやったらそうなれる？お前やミカサみたいになるにはどうやったら？このままじゃ俺は何も果たせず終わっちまう。
He saw a bit of himself in Eren. Oh yeah, that guy from the first couple episodes. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a flashback. Oh yeah, the guy who had the wrong armband on.
経過は順調みたいですね。会話できるくらい回復して。
まあな。ここに心的外傷の治療に来てるが、俺のは嘘だ。え？記憶障害で家まで帰れないってことにしてるが、本当は帰りたくないだけだ。今は家族に顔を合わせづらくてな。病院の人に言うか？
I... That voice actor sounds very familiar. And if I were to wedge bets, this is an older version of the main character.
それはよかった。君はいいやつだ。 長生きしてくれるなら嬉しいよ。
That is Aaron's voice.
でも俺はそいつを戦士にさせたくなくて。
どうして？その候補生は女の子か？
ここじゃ有名なやつですよ。この前の戦争でも活躍したくらいで。誰だって次の鎧はあいつがいいって言うはず。でも俺は力がないから。
And he's got green
何もで
eyes.
きないまま終わるんだ。
I'm 95% sure that is Aaron.
俺はここに来て毎日思う。なんでこんなことになったんだろうって。心も体も蝕まれ、徹底的に自由を奪われ、自分自身も失う。こんなことになるなんて知っていれば誰も戦場なんか行かないだろう。でもみんな何かに背中を押されて
Maybe I'm
地獄
wrong.
に足を突っ
I don't know. Aaron should be able to regenerate a leg.
他人や環境に強制されて仕方なくだ。
But if not, these voice actors are the same sounding voice.
自分で自分の背中を押したやつの見る地獄は別だ。その地獄の先にある何かを見ている。それは希望かもしれないし、さらなる地獄かもしれない。それは進み続けた者にしかわからない。
I think that was Aaron. That episode was another information episode, and I really liked it. I liked how we got to go back in time and see all of the Titans as they were becoming the Titans that they are today. We got to see young Zeke, Pike, like both of the holders of the Jaw Titan, Reiner and Berthold and Annie. We learn now, as of like what the statement was in episode 2, that he should have been the one to become the Armored Titan 9 years ago. I think he said it at the time in that episode. But we learned that it was his brother who actually like rigged it to make his own brother look bad, so that Reiner would be the one who would get the Armored Titan ability. And then we got to see this really cool montage of them, like it very short and brief, but still very cool, about how they're showing how they were training them and assessing them to become proper wielders of the Titan powers that they have been assigned, as well as learning a little bit about each one of them. We learned that Berthold actually did not have a big issue with controlling the Colossal Titan's powers right away. According to Reiner, he was pretty much an ace with it. Same with Zeke, and the narrator even made a comment about something special about his blood. So while he says that it's a secret still, somebody thinks that, or somebody knows that something's up with Zeke. Annie was still a very quiet and weird girl back when she was younger as well, crushing that bug and like not really paying attention when everybody was having a conversation. Then we went back all the way until episode 1. It was basically showing the parallels between episode 1 and episode 2, where after Reiner was thrown to the ground in that little area that all of them were congregating in, he looked up to the sky, to which then went to a scene from season 1 with Armin running up to Aaron, and then we get to see as they leave their town across the sea to paradise. Get to see that basically everything leading up to Ymir waking up and eating the Jaw Titan. Forget his name. Trying to make sure I remember everything, but then Marcel, I think it was. Yeah, Marcel for sure. And then we learn Annie was actually knocked unconscious. That is why she didn't participate in the initial breaching of the walls. But we got to see episode 1 and 2 from Berthold's and Reiner's perspective. Like after Berthold became the colossal titan and kicked the wall in, he actually saw Dina, the smiling titan, walk right by him into what ended up being his mom getting eaten. Aaron's mom, that is. And then we actually got to see the first time that Reiner was shown as the armored titan, and actually what was going through his head at the time. At least that's how I took it. Maybe it was just him narrating it at the time, but it seemed like that was his thoughts as he was charging the wall in episode 2. And then we see how they infiltrated and became a part of the society, being that, I mean, they're just kids that just escaped. They could just say that their parents passed away in that whole horrific scene that they created. And then they even showed Annie quickly or briefly looking over at who she would later learn is Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. And we also learned during the episodes where we didn't have any idea in the world that they would have been the Titan holders besides Annie, because her Titan form, at least from the viewer's perspective, always kind of looked like her. So they've been scheming and thinking that they were the devils from the start. Then after all of that information gets thrown at us, then we see Reiner almost kill himself, but Falco punching the wall out of anger stopped him and made him realize that he still has a job to do, which is good, and I didn't really want to watch him kill himself. And then the very last scene was Falco sitting down with the soldier from the last episode who had his armband on the wrong arm. Which, after hearing the voice, seeing the eyes, and that very close-up shot of his face, I'm about 99% sure now that that was Eren. And he has infiltrated Marley somehow. I don't know exactly where he's at right now, but he's missing a leg, which is interesting because as a Titan, he should be able to regenerate his body. But then again, Reiner had the option not to regenerate. That's how he hid that he was a Titan up until season 2, episode 6, when he took his armband off and then it started to heal. So I'm assuming that Eren learned how to do that or something, because yeah, he was missing a leg and presumably an eye or something. I don't know. That was just a crazy information episode, and I honestly think that was extremely cool that they showed us the perspective of Annie, Marcel, Reiner, and Berthold as kids, and everything that led up to season 1, episode 1, and what was going through their heads. But as suspected, I went on for a long time rambling. If any of you stuck around and listened to me talk about it, thank you. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I absolutely love this anime, and I cannot wait to watch the next episode, which, as of me posting this, is the last episode released, which is episode 4. I hope to get that out soon here, because I know it's starting back up soon again because they took an off weekend. So yeah, thanks again everybody for watching. If you stuck around to the end, thanks one last time. And until next time with my Attack on Titan series with season 4, episode 4, actually, yeah, episode 4. Yeah, peace.